While this is not my typical modus operandi, today we are going to make a human figure. None other than Jurassic Parks veterinarian Jerry Harding and his powerful mustache. In order to create this figure, we will need a Hammond Collection Alan Grant from Jurassic Park 3 and a Hammond Collection Robert Muldoon, and a cup of very hot water. We will start by throwing Alan Grant and Muldoon into the hot tub, where they can relax after a long hard day at Jurassic Park, before we rip them both in half. After soaking for about a minute or two, the plastic will become pliable and the two halves of the figure can be easily separated without causing damage. If they do not come apart easily, put them back in the hot water. While they are still warm, put the Alan Grant lower onto the Robert Muldoon upper. This will give us grey trousers and a khaki shirt, like Dr. Jerry Harding. For the next part, we are going to need a special Jerry Harding head sculpted by Marco Cavassa. It is very small, but has a lot of detail, like El Bigote. But we will need to paint it. Ideally, we will match the color of the head to the color of the arms, which is a giant pain in the ass. I paint dinosaurios, not people. After a lot of trial and error, I discovered that khaki with just a drop of bright red was the perfect color. So I loaded the skin tone paint into my airbrush and gave it a quick spray. While I let the paint on his face cure, I decided to paint his watch. For this task, we will use Inca gold applied with a toothpick. It will take several coats of gold to paint over the black of Muldoon's watch band. Once we have finished with that, we will paint the sunglass lens with a gloss black. There is room for improvement in my cinematography skills. With the lenses painted, we will paint the frame. For that, we will use the same Inca gold that we used for the watch band. We may need to sharpen our toothpicks for this part. These details are very small. When we have finally finished the tedious task of painting the sunglass frames, we can start to paint the hat. Arbor green is a good match. Once the main part of Dr. Harding's hat is green, we can paint the bill. Yes, he's looking very Dr. Harding-y already, even though his head is not on his body. To paint the bill of his hat, we will use real brown. I find that this color is a little bit more authentic than other colors of brown. Whoa, wait, where are you going? Get back in frame, Dr. Harding. Where did you go? Okay, not perfect, but that is a little better. As I was saying, we will use real brown to paint the brim of the hat. Muy bien. With the hat painted, it is time to paint his hair. Dr. Harding is a silver fox, so pewter gray is a good place to start. And because we do not want a lopsided veterinarian, we will paint the hair on both sides of his head. We will also get that little piece sticking out from his hatband. And of course we would be remiss if we did not paint Dr. Harding's powerful mustache. It contains all the wisdom of paleo veterinarians. This is why Jurassic World probably did not hire Zia. No mustache. Sorry, Faye, the original park was better anyways. As if this whole thing was not tedious enough, now we get to the really tedious part. We need 2 yellow Jurassic Park logos, very small. One for Dr. Harding's hat, and one for his sleeve. I did not know exactly what size I would need, so I just made a bunch of really small ones of different sizes and printed them out, and hoped for the best. Fortunately, I got lucky. Perfecto! Unfortunately, now I must cut them out from the paper surrounding them. We will want to use a very sharp blade for this. Aha! Muy bien. One down, one more to go. I'll just speed this up, I don't want to go through it again. Once the logos have been cut out, it's time to apply them to the figure. We will put a small dab of Mod Podge onto Dr. Harding's hat and place the logo on it. Once it is on, we will try to line it up straight as best we can and paint a generous amount of Mod Podge over the logo. It will be clear when it dries. When we are done with the hat, we will do the same thing to Dr. Harding's left sleeve. Dinosaurios can be a little bit hard to work with. Sometimes they need to be tranquilized. So we will paint a tranquilizer rifle for Dr. Harding. It will make his job a little easier. Now there is nothing left but to put his head on his body. We will ream it out a little bit with an X-Acto knife and then it will fit. Voila! One Jurassic Park veterinarian. Now get out there and help that sick Triceratops. Well, that was interesting.